Welcome back to Singing in the Basement. I'm Leedle-Lue, and this is just what we want to see. We want to see a full cart full of people all enjoying our newest roller coaster, which still doesn't have a name because I'm recording this literally right after I finished recording the previous episode. That's something I forgot to mention in the last episode, is if you have any ideas for a name for this coaster, I know I thought of like Runaway Train or something, which, I mean, that could work, at least for now. I might even put a train on the front of this, like shrink down the train prop and put it on the front of the carts here. That's something for another time. Something I forgot to mention last episode was also this roller coaster was already looking rough because of it needed like refurbishment or whatever, because I didn't have enough mechanics. So I hired 2 more mechanics off camera last time. But enough about last episode. It's time for this episode. And what I want to start off with is prettying up our little western town over here because it's ugly right now. If we go into here, we can see. Let's see. I thought we could see. Like, there it is, scenery score. A lot of red over here. It's not as much as it was before. Before it was like red all over the place, but it still is not very good. So we want to pretty this area up a little bit. And what I'm thinking is for these we'll just make little boxes. They don't need to be super pretty or anything. They'll just be little box buildings. We'll go scenery theme, western theme, and just to make sure, let's make sure there's no blueprints. Yeah, there's no western themed blueprints. So back to create custom, and we'll go to building materials, walls, and we'll just make a couple of small itty bitty buildings here. Just maybe, can I, no? I was hoping I could add it to this, but it doesn't seem like it wants to let me. So edit building maybe? No? Hold on. There's gotta be some way, because like it should let me do this. How about split from building? Now, edit building. There we go. That's what I wanted. Cool. It must have been part of another building accidentally. But yeah, we'll just put a little brick building here for the bathroom. Nothing fancy at all. Just very, very simple. We need a doorway, which I thought there was a archway, but oh, it's because I'm in walls. So we'll go with this arch, I think. Turn off auto stacking. Do we want this one, or do we want... No, that's wood planks. So we definitely want a brick one. We'll go with that. That looks pretty good. Change the colors of this bathroom too. Make the red into like a brown so it blends in more with the brick. Brownish red. That's what I meant to say, not just brown. Maybe something like that. That looks good enough. And then we gotta put a roof on top. How's this look? I mean, it's a little too tall, I think. Maybe we could go for the shorter one. That's better. Grab some wall pieces again. Slip these in where they're supposed to be. Looks pretty good. Oh, it doesn't go off the edge, or doesn't go off the back correctly, so I need to move this in. There we go. Again, I don't know how I keep doing that on like all of these buildings. I do it right on one side and wrong on the other side. There we go. And then roof trims. I guess there are no western roof trims. Ridge caps. I don't think we need that. Oh, I think I was looking for eaves actually. Yeah, because I want to do this. It's a little tapered, but I don't mind that. I think that actually kind of looks nice. This one up here. Could I make it level? No, it doesn't look like I could make it level even if I wanted to, but I think that looks kind of nice actually. Let's get some signage. My music's a little loud in my ears. I'm going to turn it down. Signs and advertising. We don't need it to be Western themed. We just need a bathroom sign. Shop signs maybe? Facility signs. Duh. It's right there in front of me. Oh, there's restaurant signs now. That's good. Something to keep in mind. Let's use this one. That looks pretty even to me. Make this color darker brown, I think. Something like that. That's better. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Very simple, but that's all it needs to be. So, And now that's finally got a building around it. Let's do this one. Select edit building. There we go. Do we want to do this one in brick too? Probably not. We don't want we don't want it all to look exactly the same. So let's go back to Western. I'm gonna try not to cut out as much this episode, because last episode was a lot of cuts, because it was just me building, and it wasn't, you know, the most interesting thing ever. So I figured it might as well be cut up a whole lot. There we go. Just like a wooden shell. May put some pillars on this one just to break it up a little bit more. What do I want to do for the roof? It's not a whole lot of like singular roofs, unless we do like a flat top. Which, like, this is the only Western roof type. It's not. I gotta change the grid height. Which, I mean, whatever. It's just a little box, right? And I was thinking putting something on the edges, like columns. It's way too big. But if I put that there, and then shrink it down a bit, to like there, that looks okay. Duplicate and move it to there. We don't really need them on the back. And then put a sign on top. Shop signs, or would it be facility signs, I guess, because it's a info center. Let's go with this one. Hello? Oh, it's because I'm on advanced move. It's like, where the heck is it? Let me just put this up here, like there. That looks pretty good. I don't hate that. It's very simple, but I like it. What I might do, actually, is make these walls slightly brighter, because the lighting is a little weird. Like, it makes it look really, really dark. So maybe if we brighten these up a little bit. Whoops. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Maybe I'll put a window on the side or a door so it looks like they can get in and out. That'd be better, I think. So let's go decorations, doors. Are there any Western themed doors? There are. Put it right there. And then maybe a window on the other side. How's this one look? No. Yeah, I'll put this one on the other side. It's just a little shack. There we go. And that's good for that's good for all of it. This still, I still think looks okay. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And then we got to make a building over here. And this one can be more interesting since it's more spatial. Duplicate this there. And then put it here, here, all the way around. Okay. There. And then what do we do for this part, I guess? I guess what I might do, change the grid size. Make it even smaller? No. What we have to do here, I guess, is that. And this can't be any smaller, so I guess this is dumb. This is dumb anyway. So let's undo that. Maybe we make this part brick here. That might not look terrible. Do brick there and then do the rest of it in wood plank wall, maybe? Maybe make it a little bit brighter wood. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Move it up to there. That looks pretty good. I don't hate that. It adds some more variation over here too, which is nice because it was all very samey. What I might do though, now that I'm looking at it, I think this wood should be a little bit darker again. So let's do that, and then just a little bit darker. Make it more like an oak as opposed to a birch, perhaps, something like that. Yeah, that looks okay. It's not great, it's not terrible, it's just kind of okay. Back to editing the building. I accidentally got off of editing, but that's fine. And then what? Do we want to use wooden pillars? Do we want to use brick pillars? I think we should probably use brick pillars, right? Okay, that looks pretty straight on. Can I increase its size at all? I want to try and make it as tall as the building here. Can I make it like 126? That's still sticking up a little bit, so 125. That's just about perfect. Probably as perfect as I'm going to be able to get it. So check that off. Let's move it into the building. Make sure it's in this way too. Looks pretty darn good, I think. Now duplicate and move it to the other corner. I don't need to, I guess I don't need to commentate every single thing that I'm doing, but like I said, like I said in the last episode, I took about a week off of recording, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, and it's always a bit of a learning curve every time again. In the meantime, though, how's everybody out there? How are you all doing? Is everybody doing well? Enjoying their springtime? Weather's been real nice around here recently. Mallory and I took a trip to the zoo the other day. Went to the Cincinnati Zoo. That's the one that I've been to the most here in Ohio. Paid our respects to Harambe, of course. That's what most people know about the Cincinnati Zoo, is that Harambe was there. There's a lot of stuff at the Cincinnati Zoo that's really cool, though. So if you ever get the chance, if you're ever in the Cincinnati area, the Ohio area, highly recommend it. They just opened a new elephant exhibit area, which is really nice. It's very pretty. It's also very large, though, so be prepared to walk around for a long while. They're doing all sorts of new stuff over there all the time, so it's really cool to see. But yeah, I think this looks pretty nice. It's definitely a lot different than the other buildings around here, and I think I might want to sort of work this into the restaurant too, like make the restaurant look similar to this, which means I might come back to one of these, like maybe this one, make it brighter again, just so it's not just two over here. But we'll see. I need to add a roof now. So what kind of roof? We don't want it to be flat, I don't think. I mean, maybe we do, I don't know. We could always just do the brick thing, like on the top here. Something like this here, and then this around the rest of it. Which would, whoops, help tie in the brick pillars a little more. But I don't know. I don't like how the corner looks, but then again, it's not terrible. It's kind of a neat look to have it crossing over like that. Doesn't look great on the corner down here, though. I guess I could make it like that. Is that better? Or I could make it on both. Technically, I could double it up like that. Make it even thicker. And if I shrink this grid size, no, I can't make it there. I don't know. How does this look? It's not terrible. I don't mind it. No, I kind of like it, honestly. Maybe if I were to take this again, rotate it this way, and put it here too. Yeah, I kind of like it. Nobody's going to ever see above it, really, so it's fine if it's open like that. But I think that looks kind of nice. And then if we grab some sort of archway, maybe? Like this archway, maybe? No, it's really not necessary. I feel like it looks fine. We could even, I guess if we wanted, we could do this. Wish it was just slightly bigger so it would clip into that side too, but no, I think it looks fine the way it is. I like it. Let's add some decorations now. Like we can take some windows. Maybe like this one. How about a taller window? We can do like one here, one here. I don't like that. Window with shutters. What if we make it really big though? Something like this, more in the center here. And then change the color to something brighter. Maybe not that bright. That's a little better. Then duplicate that. Put it on this side too. It's okay if the shutters overlap the rest of it. Let's move that down to the bottom. The ledge to the bottom anyway. We don't need anything here because it's just to hide the distributor. Let's do another one of those windows, I guess, over on this side. Yeah, I think it'd be better if they're smaller on this side, actually. Tell you what, let's put this one against the corner there. Move this one to the corner. And then, whoops. Then duplicate and move it to like the center, or about there. And we can put some sort of signage up here. Perhaps signs and advertising. What if we just do this? And we go to the Western theme again. There we go. What's this? Down at the bottom. Put this like here. Yeah, that looks kind of nice. And then maybe a sign on the front too, just something to break up this. Oh, that's a little too big. There we go. Oops. Staff only. Make it ribeye. That looks pretty good. Cool. I think that looks really nice. That's a nice looking building. I need to change my camera back because it's currently in the wrong type. There we go. Yeah, that looks really nice, I think. What are you guys doing out here? Did I close? Oh no. Okay. Also, they were gonna add security guards back soon, but I don't think that's in this update. I think it might be the next one. Yeah. Must be the next update because I don't see them. So I'm thinking, first off, let's go ahead and put down this cactus guy as our mascot. If you have any ideas for what we should name the cactus man, let me know. Actually, I'm already going to name him. I'm going to name him Pokey Poke because there's a character of mine that I've made a long time ago and have continued to sometimes, you know, make stuff with. He's got a video on the channel of him doing the Rickroll dance. His name is Pokey Poke, or Senor Pokey Poke. He's a cactus guy. Hopefully you'll see more stuff with him at some point. I haven't had an opportunity to do a lot recently, but we'll see. We'll see if I get around to making some more animated content. I'd really like to. It's just been difficult, but we'll see. Next up, I think we should build a restaurant. I don't know how they work in this new game. So this is a kitchen, huh? Because before they were just like every other building. It was like you'd place on the building and that'd be it. But this looks like it's meant to for people to like for you to build an actual whole building around. So how does this work? I mean, that's under restaurants. It's the only thing there. What about blueprints? Are there any blueprints? There's no Western themed blueprints, right? Yeah. But are there any restaurant blueprints? Just to get an idea of what they are thinking with restaurants. Okay, so it's like that's where people walk up to and then everything's outside. I see. That's interesting. That's a lot different than how they used to be. So I guess I'll need to build some sort of open area here. Okay, so it took a little while, but I got this to where this is all path now. So what I'm thinking now is that we gotta build an outdoor dining area. What does that mean? Does that mean it goes with a restaurant, maybe? I'm not sure what that means. I guess those are all new restaurant ones. Okay. Honestly, these say they're mythology, but they fit pretty well with the Western theme too, I think. So we'll just throw in some benches, or some picnic tables out here on the edge here. And then what we might do is build an inside area, and we'll leave that open, I guess. We'll build sort of like an opening here. So I might delete these. Build like a doorway to the building here. And then walls around here, maybe? I mean, if I do that, I'll have to get rid of some of the pathing, so maybe not. I don't know what to do. This whole new restaurant thing is confusing. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. It also didn't hire... Like, no tables connected. Add tables. Okay, I mean, I added those. Did those not count? Hold on. Let me delete all these tables now. Well, what the hell just happened? Ugh. They just have to always make things more confusing and difficult, don't they? Okay, so table here. Table here. Table there. Table there. Table over here. Okay. Does that work? So if I open it, what kind of restaurant do we want this to be? I guess bargain pricing, because I don't feel like going through and doing all the pricing. How do we add more? Can we change the menu? It doesn't look like it. I mean, I can change what it's called, but I can't change it out for different things. Because in the previous game, you could do that. Interesting. I mean, I guess that's fine. Whatever. If I can't, I can't. But then, how do we want to do this? I have no idea now. This new way of doing things really threw me off. I was expecting to just build a building and put a little box inside of it that's a restaurant, add the boxes that are tables, and that'd be that. But apparently that's not gonna be that. Which, I mean, that's fine. It's just not what I was expecting. I think that'll work pretty well. It looks wacky as hell, but I also realized I used the wrong curved wall here, so we gotta find the correct one. I wonder if my mouse is just not working. It keeps taking off with a mind of its own, doing its own thing. Actually, that kind of looks nice. Looks kind of wacky, but it's not bad. So what if we change this? Why does my mouse keep flying away? What if we do that same thing here, though? What is going on? My computer's making noise. I don't know what the hell's happening. Everything's breaking. Anyway, there's an interesting shaped tavern building. I guess it would be a saloon. So if we're gonna make this the saloon, we should make it probably a little bit darker colored. Man, I wish that my mouse would stop doing whatever the heck it is doing. It just keeps jumping around, doing its own thing. I want it to be somewhat lighter though. Like, that's pretty dark still. Maybe like that. That looks pretty nice. Of course I didn't grab this one. There we go. Okay. That looks pretty nice so far. What else can we do? Because I kind of want to use the balcony pieces that are in this. My mouse is gonna piss me off because there's like the railing, but how do I do flooring for that? What the heck is going on with my mouse? It just keeps flying up here for no reason. Is something like touching my monitor that is touchable? Hello? I don't know. It's making me mad though. So what if we make this part a balcony actually? Like, I could put this here. Obviously we don't want it to be green because it's weird. What if I make it like a dark blue maybe? Something like that. Like a teal. Then move this onto the corner. It's also not... No, it is touching. It's just like got an overhang. So what if we rotate that? Move it out a little bit more so that overhang can actually be seen. And move it down into the building a little bit. Or maybe not. Because, well, here's what we got to do. We got to do this. Let's put some roofing on here first. I'm getting ahead of myself. And honestly, I might skip again just because this is probably going to take me forever to figure out how I want to do this. That's something we could do. Here. Hold on. So let's get rid of those. Let's change this back to the flat piece. I had an idea. Flat and flat. Then go to floors, because this looks, yeah, this will be perfect to go up here. It's too light, so what if we change it to like this one? Yeah, because that's the wood batten one. Then we can do the whole balcony thing up here, which was here. And then it's just going to be like a little piece of a balcony as opposed to a full-fledged balcony. Put this as close to the corner as I can. Then we gotta advance to move it, rotate it to be perfect. There we go. I know I said I wanted to try not to cut up as much of this video as the last video, but we might have to because this is going to be very tedious. So this is what I'm kind of thinking. This took me forever because I had actually built this already, built a whole balcony, and then was like, actually, what if I just make the balcony actually accessible? And that's where we are right now. I am still far away from finished with this. I've been recording for a little over an hour, but I'm going to go back into building now, and hopefully by the time I come back it'll be done. If not, I apologize. I may have to just finish this in another episode, but I'm going to get back into it, and I'll be right back. For you guys, anyway. I might fast forward a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how camera works. See you in a minute. Okay, this is probably where I'm going to have to stop for the day. I'm getting a little too far in, and I don't have enough time to really finish it. But this is where we're at so far. I moved the tables around out here, so it's a little more wacky. I might throw another one in the middle here. And then inside, I'm working on lighting. But every time I go to put in another scenery or something, it throws me a mile away for some reason. I want the piano in here. Apparently, I want the piano a mile away. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of the mouse having issues or what, but it's getting on my nerves. And also I gotta do some other stuff today, so I'm gonna have to call it here. Depending on how long this video is once I edit it, I might come back on another day and add more. If so, I'll cut that in here. But if not, let me finish showing you around. So we've got this bit of the tavern getting started, and then obviously this is still up here. Then I gotta put a roof up here, and then it should be ready to just add some windows and call it done. I'll throw another table in here, probably at least one or two, but we'll see. Like I said, if there was any more that I do on another day, that'll be put in already. But if not, then this will probably be the end of the episode. Sorry that we didn't get a whole lot accomplished today. I mean, we built some buildings, but that's about it. Next episode, I'm not sure where to go from here. I mean, Leedle-Land is pretty close to done, I think. If you all have any ideas, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Leedle-Lue, signing off.